5 really easy ways to elevate your kitchen island for fall. I'm Amber with Amber Marie and Company. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm standing inside Amber Marie Manor right now in the kitchen. If you don't know about Amber Marie Manor yet, just wait. Our full video release is coming very, very soon where we actually walk you through the entire house. So hit that subscribe button because you're going to want to see this video. It's all about Amber Marie Manor. Question of the video, which style is your favorite? Do you like using a cutting board or do you like one of the other styles for your kitchen? Or do you do anything at all? If you don't even style your kitchen, this is your invitation and your permission to start. Our first base is using this beautiful wood cutting board. So it's actually kind of a medium stain, but it's just dark enough that it adds contrast from our butcher block kitchen island here. So start with your wood cutting board. I like to always kind of put it at an angle or twist it just a little bit. I've got all my products right here within reach. And I'm going to start with a base. So I've talked about grounding your items or your arrangement to your kitchen counter and adding something to the base. Well, I like to do the same thing with florals. This is a little candle ring right here that's from Amber Marie Company. This is a beautiful candle ring. I love it so much. It just has a lot of form and shape, and also it is wired so you can bend and shape this however you want. So isn't that so pretty? Now, sometimes people will just take this, place a little pumpkin right here in the middle, and then maybe a candle or two right over here on the side and be done. So that is quick and easy. You can always do this, and that's a fast fix. And relatively inexpensive, use nice quality ingredients here from Amber Marie Company, and this looks beautiful, it's styled, and it doesn't take a lot of time, not a lot of thought, not a lot of effort. What do you need? A cutting board, a candle ring, a candle holder, a candle, and of course a pumpkin. There you go, all done really, really quick and easy. However, if you want to do something a little bit more elaborate, I'll take this pumpkin off and I will add these beautiful canvas faux books right here. I'm going to add those on top of my candle ring. So that candle ring kind of creates a little base right there for it. I'm going to add a little pumpkin right here on top, just styled just like so. And then I'm going to bring in 2 other pumpkins right up in here to kind of just tie everything in together. Of course, these little faux pumpkins are also from Amber Marie Company. I love this look, but I also have some other stems to add. So you could stop right here. If this is you, this is good. This is what you want to do, great. Battery operated candle on and off, really easy with a remote, or you can add a little bit more pop of color. So this is a very neutral palette, very neutral tones, but our burgundies and coppers are so pretty for fall, I can't not try. So let me just see what would happen if I just add a little pop of color right here, taking this little stem. And if you watched our mantle video that we showed, you'll see that I'm using some of these same stems that I picked out for the mantle on this little arrangement right here. And what's really fun about that is that's going to mean that your mantle will really easily coordinate with your kitchen. So if they're in the same room, this kind of will tie it all in together. Okay, these stems are wired, so I'm just going to play around here and see, adding just a little pop of color in right there, maybe just moving that leaf around just slightly. I talked also in that video about this pretty eucalyptus. Adds a really pretty pop of burgundy, and you can add this in just the same way, just coming right through here, just adding that pop of color in. I can just imagine walking into the kitchen in the evening with this candle going and just a really pretty glow that this puts out because it's laser cut metal and it's gold on the inside and a really pretty bronzy copper on the outside. So it's just going to give off all the fall vibes. Idea number 2, using that same beautiful wood cutting board is something that can be fall and also Halloween, but still a real good fall vibe. Let me show you what I mean. We're gonna take that same candle ring. Again, it's already nice and fluffed up because I fluffed it up already in the first part of this video. Then I'm gonna add these cute little jack-o'-lanterns. Look at how cute he is. Isn't he fabulous? Now you could get away with one on this cutting board because he's nice size. You can put a little faux candle in here and he's great for Halloween, or turn him around like this and he's great for fall. And then you can come with this little fellow right here, right beside him, and then you have 2 really cute pumpkins jack-o'-lanterns right here on your cutting board. Simple and easy. Literally, it takes 4 objects: your cutting board, your candle ring, and 2 pumpkins. Done. Number 3, using a basin, a foot bath like this one, or some kind of a big, massive bowl. This is gonna be anchored to your countertop nicely. I love blue and white, y'all know it's my favorite. And I'm just gonna add some beautiful florals and a few pumpkins sticking out to just really give this an elevated look for fall. Blue and orange are complementary colors on the color wheel, so they look so good together, so contrasting, and they just really pop. I'm going to use a couple of fall leaf florals right here from Amber Marie Company, and I'm just literally gonna set these down in the basin, maybe just curl them just a little bit so they come popping right out. And I have 2 of these. I'm just gonna put them on opposite ends of that little basin, just like this is, and this is just creating my first layer right here of beautiful fall leaves. I want some cascading out and down. I want some cascading kind of up. These are all wired stems too, so I'm not gonna worry too much about the placement yet. I'll tweak everything at the very end. I have some beautiful orange pumpkins I'm gonna add right up here. And as I add these, this is where I'm gonna kind of start taking my leaves and placing them around about where I want them to go. That way the pumpkins really show through. My leaves aren't hiding them. I might be kind of bending the stems down just a little bit, bending some other stems up to make this look really full. I'm going to add this beautiful burgundy eucalyptus. Just put that in there. I'm just all about right now making this vase look really full. So I've got 2 burgundy eucalyptus stems. I'm gonna add them on either side as well. Just curling those stems under a little bit so that I have plenty of room to slide them into my bowl here. Now you could do this with a dough bowl if you like dough bowls. I like the foot bath idea here because they're a really fun antique piece, and I love mixing the old and the new together. Next, some berries, because y'all know we love us some fall berries. So I'm gonna put those in, and as I do this, I might just have to bend them just a little bit more so they're not sticking up too much, but then I'm gonna give them a little, just a little bitty push there to have them kind of cascading out of the front side. Anytime you're making a design, there's what you would call an area of rest for your eye. So a lot of times you don't want it to look exactly symmetrical. You want to make a sweeping motion. A lot of times, if you've watched our mantle video, you'll see that I did a sweeping motion on the mantle where one part comes down and the other part comes up. How about adding this cute little pumpkin right back here on the back? We want this to have a 360 view around it because it's in the kitchen island. So adding a cute little pumpkin in the back, maybe I could add another one right here or a little plume of ribbon right here. That would be really cute as well. Or add more florals if you want to. But this is so fun. Any kind of a vase that you have, any kind of a dough bowl, or using the foot bath like I have here, an antique piece that you really want to showcase for fall. A lot of times people will say, I don't know how to use this in my home, so I wanted to give you a really fun way to bring in one of those antique pieces and just how you can use it and what you can do for fall. Next, let's talk about using a wreath as a base. This is very, very simple and easy, and I love this. I use it all the time. You can take a wreath, use it as a base, and then you can put a lantern. You could fill this area with pumpkins, anything you want to do. A wreath is just a great base. Just think of it like a giant candle ring, and it's just going to make your statement right here by adding a base and grounding whatever we put on top right here to your kitchen counter. Look at this. I love it. Wicker base cloche, and I'm just going to put it right here in the middle of my wreath. Now I'm going to add some pumpkins inside. Now, we have to be careful. Not every pumpkin size is gonna fit in here, but you could add treats in here if you wanted to, or if you had some really cute figurines, that would be also fun. Fill it with small pumpkins, small acorns. You could feature some small hot squash pumpkins in here. So I'm just gonna grab a couple of orange pumpkins and stick them right in the cloche. I'm going to take two little pumpkins right here, and just place them inside. And I'm just gonna make sure that little cloche just fits right over the top of both of them. Sometimes it takes just a little bit of finagling here. Now, I don't have any ribbon here with me today, but I would probably finish this off with a pretty little bow on top, and you could even put in some little fairy lights that are battery operated, and that would have a really pretty glow. All kinds of things you could do with a cloche. This is just one example. And last, we have a beautiful tray decorated with hot squash pumpkins. People always ask me, how do I arrange my hot squash pumpkins? How do I use them? They're gorgeous, handmade pumpkins with velvet and real pumpkin stems that they grow themselves. So these are so gorgeous and they look so good on a tray, but often people just don't know how to style them. That's what I'm gonna show you today. Some of the hot squash pumpkins have these cute little feather plumes on them, which I really, really love. So what I like to do is pick a collection of pumpkins that has color, but also they all coordinate really well together. I started with this really pretty teal color. So we have a large here. This size is actually the jumbo. This is the jumbo velvet pumpkin. And right next to it here, I have the persimmon velvet pumpkin. This is a 10-inch, all right? So I have the jumbo, then a 10-inch right here. And then I have this really pretty color right here. This one is called leaf. So 8-inch leaf pumpkin. And that's gonna go right here in the center because it's the only green that I have. Okay, and then this little tiny guy right here, this color is called Sapphire. And this is a 4-inch velvet pumpkin in Sapphire. And then right over here, this one is Spice. And it is a 6-inch Spice. And I love that because it really coordinates well, brings in a little bit of a lighter shade. And then this cute one right here, which is gonna be right front and center as a focal point, this color is called Fire with Feathers. So this is a 4-inch Fire with Feathers, and I place it right there in the middle. So you see the design tall, and we're sweeping down in this motion to the smallest one right over here. Great, easy, fun tray. This tray is on our website also, and this tray is called a 23-inch Distressed Tray Blue. Beautiful, adds color if you're one of those that loves color. And not only that, you can add some florals in here too if you want to. It's not necessary with these beautiful velvets, but you certainly can to kind of soften and add a little fall flavor. And I'll show you how to do that. I'm just gonna add a little pop of color right here shooting out on each side of my little tray. I've already added this one kind of right underneath my big jumbo pumpkin here. And then you'll see it's really easy. I just take, oh, by the way, I almost did a big no-no. You'd never pick up hot squash pumpkins by the stem because this is literally handmade and it's glued on there. So you have to be very careful. Do not ever pick these up by their stem. You want to pick them up by their little bottoms right in there. So that's how you do it, adding just a little sprig. It just kind of adds, you know, a little flavor. Thanks so much, friends, for watching today's video. I hope you took one of my tips and tricks and it's something that you're gonna use. Leave a comment and let me know what you enjoyed about the video. Do you like the foot bath idea? Are you gonna do a dough board? Are you going to do a tray like this with the velvet pumpkins? Or maybe you're more of the cutting board style or the simplicity of a wreath. Which one did you enjoy most? Which one do you wanna use in your own home? And leave that comment, let me know. What kind of videos would you like to see? We've got all kinds of fun ideas for fall, but we love hearing from you. Smash that subscribe button too, because we have Amber Marie Manor videos coming out really, really soon, and you're gonna wanna see those. Thanks for watching, friends, and we'll see you next time.